right now it seems like we're things have slowed down a little bit. The issue with all of this though is we're like basically one significant attack away from things kind of kicking back up, So, and the problem, like I've said before, is the U.S. and Israel, they have different objectives with this, right? And so America is, I think the one party is like, oh, let's stop. Let's just bring oil back down to normal prices. I think that's kind of like what the main motivation for the Trump administration, at least ostensibly, is. Whereas Israel really does want to, I feel like, disrupt or weaken Iran as much as possible. And then Iran, the leverage that they have over this is the Strait of Hormuz, right? That's their one point of leverage. And so they really need to kind of get as much as they can out of it before, so for example, let's just game theory this out. Let's say Iran comes to the table and they do some kind of ceasefire. Is that really good for Iran though? What would history show you? Let's go back 1 year when there was a little confrontation between Iran and Israel. Well, since then, it allowed America and Israel to kind of recoup, grow back up their their assets in the area, and then here we are again, like a year later, doing it again. So then, why wouldn't they think that even like a 30-day ceasefire, would that really benefit them if it's broken again, right? I feel like if there's a ceasefire, it would only allow America at least to kind of nominally secure the Strait of Hormuz, and then what leverage do they have? So I don't know. I feel like it could go on a bit more. That would be my base case. How long, I don't know, until you can kind of count on Japan, for example, to step in. They're the second largest navy, I believe, in the world. You have America number one, and Japan is the second by like a blue water definition, right? Japan can project anywhere in the world. They have their minesweepers, apparently. Their minesweeping fleet is even better than America's because of where they're situated in the world. Their strategy with respect to Taiwan and China have kind of made it so that their naval operations are almost, from a strategic standpoint, kind of can be applied to this other region, right? And so I think Iran doesn't want to push Japan to like really be forced to enter, because that would help America, that would help Israel. You have Japan's navy in that area too. I'm not sure. I'll tell you this one thing, sorry to go on a little more, but Brent Johnson, he talked about this. I listened to a podcast and he said he could imagine this going on for another week or two, which would be really bad, even just another week or two, but then reaching some kind of detente. And then that would only last for some amount of time, maybe a month or 2, 3 months, but then kick off again, maybe late in the summer, fall. But he doesn't believe that even if it reaches some short-term resolution, that it's done this year.
Yeah, there doesn't seem like a clean way to end the conflict. So like you're not gonna end up with like regime change and suddenly Iran and the U.S. are like partners, and that seems very unlikely. It doesn't seem like the U.S. is going to be able to take over Iran, annex it, or anything like that. So Iran is just going to continue to have its leverage over the region. One thing that's interesting is that's been pointed out is that like Panama extracts tolls from vessels moving through the Panama Canal. Egypt extracts tolls from vessels moving through the Suez Canal, but Iran does not extract tolls through the Strait of Hormuz until now. A few vessels have reportedly gone through and they have paid tolls, I believe, somewhere between $1 and $2 million, or something like $2 million per vessel. And so some people are saying, well, that's how this is going to end. It's just that Iran is going to be like the Strait of Hormuz is going to be like a third choke point with tolls.